y'all, Sai here, part 3 of Intarsia. And this is the part where we are going to pick out our blade and then start cutting the pieces out that we had glued onto the wood last time. I have right here some different blades. And this is a little blade guide. But I really like when the packaging tells me, what the blade cuts. And so I measured the thickness of my wood, and it is at 1/2 of an inch or a little bit more. So I'm going to use this blade right here. And this company doesn't make these anymore, which is a bummer. So I have to find somewhere else. But this little guide is going to tell me too what to look for and then what the thickness that it will cut. So yeah. So I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to put it into my scroll saw. For some reason, putting the blade on I don't like that part. And I don't know why, but you got to figure out which way it goes. So it goes this way, which are the little teeth down. And then it's supposed to thread in here. And there it went in pretty easily. Okay. And then down to this part. Okay. All right, then I'll tighten that up. Okay, I think it's ready. Another thing to check once you've got your blade in there and everything is to make sure that it is up and down, that it's straight. You don't want it to be like that. So I don't know if there's some kind of tool or something, but I use like this. All right, well, I am going to adjust it a wee bit. Nope, this way, yes. A little bit more. There, okay. Make sure it stays. This way. All right, yeah. So I'm going to use this yellow wood first, and I'm just going to start cutting on the line of the project. Some folks cut on one side of the line or the other. You just pick what you like. It also depends on how thick the line is. So if it's a real thin line, just follow it. Also, you can make some pretty sharp turns with the scroll saw, but I like to avoid this as much as possible, just to keep the wood from jumping around. So when I get to a sharp turn, I usually will back up and start cutting from a new direction. And sometimes I'll swing around while I'm cutting just to avoid that sharp curve. Here, I made a pretty sharp curve, and you can see it jumping some. Then I take the piece and I set it on the master pattern. It helps to have a picture of the completed project or another copy of the pattern just to look at while you're working. And so on, cutting the pieces and setting them on the pattern. And you can always check the fit of the neighboring piece and adjust the shape if you need to. Sometimes the piece won't allow reshaping, and then you'll have to cut a new piece. All right, so there's a little catch right there, and I can just buzz that off with some sandpaper, so I'm not concerned about it. I can just do it now. as you cut, you're going to have what I call the fuzzies on the bottom, and those can be just dusted off with some sandpaper. This is one of my favorite parts next, and that is taking the papers off. Woo! So let's do it. When using repositionable adhesive, the paper comes off much cleaner. But not to worry, with all the sanding that is coming, any residual paper will be sanded right off. There! Yay! I love those colors. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time when we start to do the shaping. All right, bye.